So I want to join the Cool Kids Club and start platinuming some games. I began searching through the PlayStation Plus catalog, and I think I found the perfect game to be my first on this channel. What Remains of Edith Finch? It's a pretty short game about how we make our way through this cursed family's house where like there's this curse or something that kills each of the family members, and we see the stories of their deaths. It's pretty cool, so let's just get into it. Oh yeah, before we start, how about you consider leaving a like and subscribe down below the video? It'll help me out a ton and I'll love you for the rest of your life, so it's a pretty good deal if I had to say so myself. Since What Remains of Edith Finch is a shorter game, I will group this game into only two stages. First, playing through the stories, getting as many of the achievements as I can, and two, the cleanup, just getting everything I didn't get. Pretty simple, isn't that? So, let's begin. The game starts out with us sitting on a boat holding a diary that belongs to the Edith Finch herself. We open it and she begins to read it to us, which makes us transition to her POV when she's returning to the house after years of not being there.
Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. So I don't know much about this game. It's The Remains of Edith Finch. After making our way to the house, we enter through the dog door where we see that the house is still a mess from the day that we left. Eddie. Was Eddie a baby?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, it's not Eddie, it's Edie. And Edie's a grandma, not a baby. Why did I think this was like one of the cribs or like one of the high chairs you put
like
babies in? We begin to make our way through the house and learn that this family keeps all of the doors locked with peepholes looking into the rooms. We're going to need to be looking into these peepholes to get one of the achievements, so I started doing this as early on as I can so I wouldn't have to redo it later on. And let me just say this, during the entire time I was playing this game, I was wondering how rich this fucking family was. Secret tunnels everywhere in the house, and this house is like 50 stories tall. How much life insurance money have they been getting? Anyways, we crawl into a girl's called Molly's room where we begin reading her death story. Apparently this Molly girl is constantly hungry or something, and she's like searching for food, and that's just like the entire point of the story. And out of the whole game, this is probably the weirdest. So yeah. So first, she eats her gerbil's carrot and gets yelled at by her mom to go to sleep after trying to get out of her room.
Mom, can I come out now?
Am I grounded?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
No. Why do you lock my door? Then something crazy happens. I learned that I'm in the game. Oh, there's words in here.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I
Hey, that's my name! That's my name! I appreciate you not eating me, Molly. You're a good owner, man. We then walk into the bathroom where we eat the toothpaste and berries by the window, which I can confidently say is disgusting. I was gagging at this part hard. We then hear a bird chirping at the window and we try to grab her before we turn into a cat. Yeah, when I said it was a weird story, I wasn't joking around. We then begin chasing the bird around the trees and jump after her, where the branch breaks and we turn into an owl. I'm hungry.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Whoa.
First,
What
all
is
I
happening?
heard was the-
After eating some rabbits, where I missed one of the achievements that I didn't know was there, we then turn into a shark.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? After eating some poor seal, we then transform into this octopus-type monster and make our way onto a fishing boat where we eat some poor dudes.
It's real quiet.
Are we gonna eat this guy? There we see a fisherman singing a song which leads us to getting our first achievement. Let him finish, for letting the dude finish his song. Oh, let him finish. Let the drunken sailor finish his song. I didn't... Whoa. After that, we eat the captain of the ship, and the monster makes their way to Molly's room. She's gonna eat her... Wait, she's gonna eat
All
herself?
my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep, but it's not going to wait much longer.
Dude, I'm actually getting chills.
Both
That actually gave me chills. After a bit more exploring, I make my way to our grandpa's and his brother's room from when they were kids, where we crawl into a plaything above Calvin's bed, the grandpa's brother, and learns the story of his death.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Oh, I'm gonna
The
cry.
thing I remember, my brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh, man.
Be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Barbara's. Who's Barbara? New
I
Laura?
think Calvin always wanted to fly. I told him going around was impossible.
Dude, this is actually making me, like, nauseous.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
I don't know why, like, when going up, I get nauseous.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
One time picked up.
Oh my gosh.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Holy moly.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Calvin,
That's what I want to remember
gangster,
about my
bro.
brother.
Oh! Oh, what? What's happening? What? Oh my, oh! After crawling through another tunnel, we enter Barbara's room, who is the star of the family, which I think leads us to the best story of the game. It's told in this comic book style way, and the gameplay is in this comic book filter, which I just personally find cool as fuck. Anyways, we learned that Barbara was a famous child actor who has lost her fame and is trying to reignite her career, but isn't as good as she used to be.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Ooh, ah! We then hear a sound from our basement where our boyfriend Rick goes out to investigate it, to only not return 20 minutes later. So we decide to follow.
She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Wait, so after Rick unlocked it, he just put it back in? What? This doesn't make any sense. This is cool. This is also where we get our second achievement, clear the table, for knocking everything off the pool table. Ugh. Clear the table, baby. Clear all balls off the pool table. Let's go. After that, we find out that Rick was hiding in the fridge to try and bring out our scream. So we rightfully decide to kick him out. Rick, you in there?
Oh dear.
Oh.
What the flip, Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
And you. Dang. After we take a nap, we wake up to our little brother Walter screaming upstairs. And I see the scariest thing of all time when I play it. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my goodness. Walter, that better not have been you, man. Afterwards, we walk into his room and find no one there. Though, someone sneaks up behind us.
Saw the hookman.
Barbara!
And was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Ooh, nice, Barbara. Where's my boy Walter, though? Is Rick alright?
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Come on, let's go, Barbara. Let's go, Barbs.
She played her part beautifully.
Let's go, Barbara. Whose room are we in? Molly's? Alright, Molly. Let's go out the window. Let's go out the window. We can't. Let's go out the bathroom? Nope. We go out here.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. No hinges grown.
Get him! Ugh! Hit him again!
He wasn't moving.
Dang.
But she
When we walk down the stairs, we see that the body is gone, but hear a ring from the doorbell.
She heard whispering. It's coming from inside the house.
It's gonna be at the party, right? It's gonna be the people that were supposed to. Oh, it's Rick. No, it's not.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Hey, I knew it.
The monsters had come to surprise her.
Oh, what?
It was a dream come
No, it wasn't. These are actual what the?
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
These are actual monsters.
She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
After the story finishes, I decided to get up for the day and get some much needed beauty sleep due to how late it was when I was playing the game. After getting back on, we make our way down to the basement that was shown through us through Barbara's story, where we find a secret bunker where we're introduced to our next story, Walter's. After being traumatized by Barbara's death, he decided to build and hide himself away in this bunker to escape the so-called curse.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Open this.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
After years of doing the same thing every day, we decide to leave the bunker and embrace the curse, even if it gives us a single day.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Did Bro get hit by a car? Not a car, a train. We're then introduced to the family cemetery, where anyone who has ever died that was part of the Finch's family were laid to rest. Sadly, including myself. Are these dogs too? Christopher! 5 years for a fish, is that good? While making our way back into the house, we learn about one of the reasons Edith is doing this journey in the first place.
She told me there was going to be so much climbing. I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, that's who she was talking to. We then make our way into our previously mentioned grandpa's room, Sam, where we learn that he is someone who loves taking pictures and going hunting, which transitions us to our next story.
I have to shoot anything.
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Who's this? Dawn? Who's Dawn? Who's Dawn? Oh, we don't know Dawn. This leads us to getting our next achievement, Wildlife Photographer, for taking a picture of a rabbit during the story. One of the achievements has us taking a picture of this little guy.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey!
Wildlife
Language.
Photographer. Let's go, baby. After taking a few more pictures, we take a photo with a deer that Sam's daughter Dawn shot, which leads us to his death. Oh, God. Run, 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 go, go, while my daughter's crying.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera.
Oh, that's gonna...
Dad!
By the way, Dawn is Edith's mom, so there's some context you may have wanted to know. We then walk into what I think is the saddest story of the game, Gregory's death, who was only 1 year old at the time of his death. Oh, this is the baby that died. We also very quickly get the achievement Gregory for knocking all the letters into the bathtub. There we go, Gregory.
What his world was like.
Let's go, baby. We then finish the story and find out how Gregory died from drowning. No. No.
Sure he's happy.
No! Gregory! After this story, we go through a bunch of stories that don't have any achievements, so let's try and speedrun our way through these. We got Gus, who died from a tent falling on top of him.
I wish that I could truly say
Whoa.
I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Oh! Milton, who went missing after entering through a supposed portal. That must have took a while. This is also where we finally get our next trophy, a closer look for looking through all the peepholes and telescopes. That's
Everyone
not
always
Lewis.
told me to stay out of Lewis.
Oh, closer look. Look in all the
Except
peepholes and
Lewis.
telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. Let's go, baby. Now, let's get back to the end of the speedrun. We see Lewis's story, who always dreamed of being a king and died of being decapitated. I don't think I want to. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now that those stories are over with, we make our way to the last room in the game, Edith's. Because we've been reading the diary this entire time. I actually got
The whole
chills.
last day.
This one reveals the story about the day that Edith and her mom left the house, leaving her grandma behind.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it?
Okay,
The
Mama.
grown-ups have to argue now.
We make our way into the library where we read our grandma Edie's story about the day that she was able to see the house they used to live in before moving into the one we all know and love.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
They're playing Edie now?
But I never thought I'd go back to it. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
I'm reading, Mama.
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Mama, stop it.
I kicked
Mama.
and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Uh-oh. Hey, Mama, my dandelion?
She got better for a while.
Dawn Finch. Is this
and
Dawn's
then
story?
She didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Oh, that gave me chills.
Raise myself.
I don't want to go.
But I guess if you're reading this now,
It means that she's dead.
things didn't work out that way.
Am I going out the womb? What is this?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh yeah, so after doing some research, apparently Edith's son, the one you see at the end of the game, is also named Christopher. What is it with this game using my name? They should know that I'm the only one allowed to use that name. Like, for real. So after that, we got our next achievement. Thanks, Johan. Sorry if I mispronounced, by the way. For seeing his name in the credits. Oh, thanks, Jonah. I didn't even know I was gonna get that one. This now marks the beginning of stage 2, the cleanup, where we have a few achievements left to get before getting the platinum trophy. First, we make our way back to Odin's story, whom I missed during the first playthrough, to get 2 different achievements. Replay a story for obviously replaying a story, and everything ends for completing all of the stories. Oh, replay a story, I got that. Everything ends. We then go back to Molly's story to get the achievement that I missed earlier, Grey Owl, for only swooping 2 times to get all the rabbits. There we go, Grey Owl. After that, we replay Calvin's story just to get the achievement Loop de Loop de Loop for just replaying a story.
Same thing.
There we go, Loop de Loop
After the funeral,
de Loop de Loop.
Edie roped off.
And finally, we get our last achievement, All Roads, for taking a separate path to the house at the beginning of the game.
The woods around the house have always been
All roads,
uncomfortable
baby.
sound.
And then,
It's
all
like I want to say something,
done.
but never
All done. Close this game, and then I'll probably play it again some other day. But for right now, I am all done.